Hey guys, Ellen Woodbridge here, Independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today I am here to play with the basic pattern decorative masks. Now yesterday my time, I shared the first card I've made with the decorative masks, but there are a few more masks in the pack. So we have this really cool, hey Deb, this really cool tree that I used as a Christmas card, but everyone has said that's Halloween, but I did use it as a Christmas card, but makes a great Halloween background. You have this really nice pattern, this more filigree pattern, and I've just popped out one of the pieces. Yep, this more filigree pattern. Hey Alana. And my favorite, I'm so happy to have polka dots back. Love polka dots, they're timeless, and I'm always annoyed when we get polka dots and then they're taken away from us. So I'm very happy to have polka dots. Now I have also, now this is the card that I shared yesterday. So I've used the tree decorative mask along with Winter Woods and Christmas gleaming stamp set for the sentiment. I have asked on the SU colour challenge for a bit of a colour challenge because didn't quite know where I wanted to go for this card. So I have three colours. I have Petal Pink, So Saffron and Seaside Spray. And I just need to grab down my box of sponges, and I have my scrap piece of paper within reach, and I think I'm ready to go. What I would love to hear is which ones, hey Julie, hey Kayla, I don't know which one of these two I want to do, or we may play with both. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to flick us around. You guys can, I'll have the patterns all laid out. So while I get us all straight and turn off my overhead light and do all of that, you guys can be having a look. Good morning, Miss Kathy. You guys can have a look and we will get going from there, because this is a fly by the seat of our pants video, because other than having the masks and the colours, I have no idea what we're doing. Good morning, Miss Julie. So I hope you're all having a lovely morning, evening, whichever, whatever, wherever you are in the world. It has been a bit of a weird morning where I am. We've had some showers and now it's nice and sunny, which is great. Well, great. We didn't have very many showers. It would have been nice for it to have rained just a touch more, but alas, that was not the case. Okay. Let's see how we're doing here. I think we're doing good. We are doing great. 3 a.m. Jenny, are you up for the evening or going? Yay, Julie. That's awesome news. Okay, I'm going to turn off my light and we shall be back. And I have the house to myself today, so there will be no cute doggy interruptions, which is a bit sad really, because even though she annoys me, I do love it when she wants to hang with the mum. It's freezing, Kayla. Well, that's because you live almost as close as you can to Antarctica. Hey Jenny. Oh, crazy, Jenny. Crazy, crazy time of day. So when I looked at these colours, if I put them in this kind of a pattern, I've got sea, a dusky sky, and sun. So I'm going to do my first one in this order, but I think first and foremost I do need to grab some paper. So the easiest paper to sponge on, and I'll show you this one. This one doesn't give fantastically defined edges because I've used our normal cardstock, and that is grey granite ink on grey granite paper. But if I use Whisper White or Very Vanilla, and I think I'm definitely going with Whisper White, this is designed for ink, so we should hopefully get some really nice crisp edges. So let me just cut these. Now I always, because it's my go-to thing, I cut them 1/2 centimetre smaller than our card front, and then I shall go from there. So I am always left with a couple of bits, and I don't keep that size bit because generally with me it's normally not cut straight anyway, because I have straightness issues when it comes to cutting. Doesn't matter what trimmer, guillotine, anything I've got, nothing for me is ever perfectly square. Hey Shelley, thanks for joining. Hey Linda. Oh, you woke up. Did the dog wake you up, Jenny? Because that's just rude at that time in the morning. Our dog would be definitely, Miss Louisa would be definitely roused on if she did that to us. Oh my God. Although my husband was up at 2:30 or 2 a.m. the other morning for the Apple keynote, but that is work related. He doesn't do that unless he has to. Okay, so I've used my tree. So my tree basic decorative pattern mask is going away, and I'm going to push aside the polka dot, and we're going to work with these two. Now what I find easiest is there is a smooth side and there is a more matte side, and I always find that the matte side up is the right side, and I look at it as it's the way it's been cut. It's hard to explain. Hello Miss Leanne, long time no see. Now what I have seen a couple of crafters do is pop their mask. Now this sort of has a center which is down these bits, so I'm going to try to eyeball the rough center. Because oh my God, this has arrows in it. It's amazing. This has little arrows, tiny little arrows at the bottom. I wonder if that was intended. Okay, so I'm going to pop that there. I have 2 pieces of painter's tape, and this painter's tape is going on the opposite side of the mask so the paper doesn't move. And the paper's not on straight, but no one is surprised by that in my world. So now I have this and I can move it around without the paper moving. So this is just my scrap piece of paper, which you can clearly see I have been making some Christmassy things on it because I have my launch party on Sunday. So I've been busily trying to use all the products to at least have samples to show my customers that are coming. Okay, now this is a really old box of sponges. So like this is called Wild Wasabi. We don't have Wild Wasabi before, but this is green. So I'm going to find, oh, I have a Baja Breeze one. So that's obviously blue. This one would be pink. And this one looks like it could be a yellow, but I tell you, they are all dry with no Oh, that one does have ink residue on it actually. So let me see if this one has less. Just going to see, because it's such a light blue. Hey Deb, thanks for joining. Thanks for sharing as well. These blue ones are a bit juicy. So I wonder if I had this one before. I think because this is actually like, try and get off as much as I can. This, you can wash these if required. This is actually like giving off Bermuda Bay. Okay, let me grab down my other box. If not, I may just cut a whole new sponge. This one, perfect. This one is a much softer blue, and this one has my my sponge daubers in it, so I actually have 2 sponge boxes. So good tip, top tip, is to check your sponges before you dump them into your ink pads. So we have this one, and where's my pink one? I've lost my pink one, guys. Right, sorry for the sounds here. Hello, Mrs. Newman. Your ears must be burning in a whole different way because I did something for you today that you don't even know about. So I've been thinking of you this morning and then you turn up. How amazing is that? Okay, so 3 sponges, 3 colours. As I've previously said, I asked for a colour challenge on the Stampin' Up colour challenge group, which I am an admin for, and someone kindly gave me these 3 colours. Now, my feed appears to have frozen. No, it's just my computer feed. Okay, so let's get sponging. It's really hard to do. I'm kidding, it's easy. So I load it up, then I sponge it off a little bit just to see how inky it really is. And then I just go in circular motions. And because I've got 3 colours, I'm pretty much going to go in thirds. But I always go from the bottom up. And then, oh look, if I want it to fade out, I go from the bottom up. And hopefully you can see the colour that is putting down. Now, what I also do is I try to either dab off or I start slightly off the edge and come in that way. So you can, I don't know if you can see, but this is fading out quite nicely, because if you wanted an ombre look, you would do a similar effect. Okay, so is that, yeah, that's about a third, but I can always come in and add more. So next, actually, I think I'm going to do my So Saffron next and leave my Petal Pink for the top of the sky. Now, do any of you like sponging? Is it your thing? Do you use, because I wouldn't recommend using sponge brayers with this, but it is a very similar technique. Now for this end, I will load in from both sides so then I don't get a harsh edge. I don't know how else to explain that. It's a bit hard because coming up from the bottom I've got the edge of the cardstock. If I just went straight on, I would get a harsh edge, where if I'm doing it from the edges in, I get I don't get that harsh edge. I'm hoping I'm making sense. No, I don't do it often either, Julie. That's why when I got these masks, I just went, yay! Although I have done some sponge brayering recently. So there is a card I've done using the Feels Like Frost paper, but I used the back side of the paper. And I don't mean backside, but you know what I mean. Hello, Jason. Haven't seen you in a while. I hope everything is going well. Now, just let me make sure I've got a blend here between the Seaside Spray, and that's just a touch green, which is lovely. My yellow's looking good. Now, suggestions on what stamp set I may want to use with this. Ah, fun. Oh, homework, joy. I'm having Assessment Task City at the moment here. My son did his food technology, my eldest son did his food technology assessment yesterday, and he made ramen. And that was him and his partner's choice to make ramen. And it looked really good. And they followed the recipe. But there was a bit too much fish flakes or something in it. So he came home not feeling wonderful yesterday. And he's not sure if it was the fish flakes or not. But anyway, it looked amazing. The photo I was shown, I hope they get really good marks. But now he's got to do all the paperwork to do with it. Yes. Yes, that fun thing called work. It is lovely. Now this pink that I'm using is Petal Pink. Okay, so I'm going to bring from the top down. Sorry, my hands aren't coping with this size of sponge and the way I've done the thing, but anyway, I've had many ways I've labelled sponges over the years, and this size sponge is just a tad too small for me to grip onto. Okay, so as easy as that, just going to go over that join. As easy as that, this is done. You ready for the reveal? You ready? Stamp set Perhaps Bird Ballad. Okay. Yes, I have used Bird Ballad quite a bit. Okay. Reveal. Oh, careful when taking the tape off. Ta-da! How pretty is that? That is gorgeous. Okay, now I am going to take off this tape and reuse it for our next one. Do we all like this? Yeah. Carefully trying to remove this without ripping the cardstock. Slow and steady. I've ripped it a little bit. So that's number one. Let's go for number two. And I can reuse that painter's tape quite a bit. You can use washi tape exactly the same. Oh, I bought 2 boxes to start off with, Julie. And I am actually on to my second box, and I gave my granddaughter a box too for her birthday recently. So she loved them. Okay. One side down And I'm really loving this taping technique, taping the paper to the mask rather than taping down the paper and then taping the mask, because then I can move it. So I'm thinking we might do a different order and put the blue in the middle. And I do like that we get that very faint green as well. Ah, very good. Yes, I always do my post last minute. Hello, Miss Diane. How are you today? Now I am starting with the blue again, and I'll just do this center section. And then I will bring in the other colors. So these masks are actually quite robust, which I like. This one is a closed one. Some of these pieces from this other mask move. So even though I wasn't gentle at all with it, I still got nice crisp images. Where this one is completely enclosed, but the tree one that I used on the card that I showed you earlier, this tree one, I did find it easier to dab the ink onto rather than using this circular motion, because I found I was lifting the bits in it. Okay, bit more down here, and that is our Seaside spray done. And let's do our petal pink without getting my thumb. I always get my thumb in my ink pads while I'm doing this kind of technique. Such fun. Maybe we might get a very, very faint purple in this, where the colours blend together on the join. Now I am being quite generous with my colours. You can be as soft or as heavy-handed as you want. I normally am heavy-handed, you know, surprise, surprise. And the good thing is, on the ends, I can just lift this to have a look at my colour. Do need a touch more just in this area. Make sure that it's nicely blended across that join. Flip it round. Yes, so do I. Christina Werner, Amy Rosavi, who is Prairie Paper Ink. I think I got it from one, either or both of them. And I used it when I got these new masks and went, oh, game changer. And we will get a slight green gradient with this So Saffron going into the Seaside spray. But I'm going to leave that joining area for the very last, so it's not too green. Okay. And I'm not re-inking, I'm just taking whatever is left on the sponge and whatever's left on the mask and just moving that ink up. Okay, so sponging is not scary. That is all done. And that is totally crooked. That's totally crooked. That is going to annoy me, but hey. Now, I'm going to stick these on my shelf because I can use them again and again. No use throwing out perfectly tacky tape. Okay, now, you are right, these colours do go. Ah, very good. Yeah, I'm just keeping it simple. I try not to overcomplicate things if I can. I don't know if I'll be using these ink pads again, but just for the moment, I am going to close them up because I will put my hand, put the card, I will do something to get ink everywhere. Okay, now I want to show you, I know I haven't used a polka dot one, but I will use that another time, maybe even this afternoon off camera. So, easy thing, clean these up, a baby wipe. I'm still using my scrap paper here, and all I do is I just wipe them over. As easy, and you can see all the colour that I have got off them. Okay, I always try and make sure I do have a clean side so I can see what exactly is coming off, and then I sort of just pop them to the side to air dry. Even though they look clean, they're not, and I think the colouring of them is very deceptive. I know some masks are actually white, which is all lovely, but I like being able to have that difference in colour to any white cardstock that we will use. The back sides normally aren't very dirty, but I just give them a wipe anyway. That's as easy as the cleaning process is. This is a bit damp, but you know, these things happen. Right. Oh yes, yes, they're great. Now Jason, that wipe will get used 50 gazillion times again today. It really, really will. Okay, so can we use a Christmas set for this? Not very Christmassy in colours. I am actually going to buck the trend here. I'm thinking butterfly wishes. But you guys also said free as a bird. So I've grabbed out both because I haven't used butterfly wishes very much, and it's one I would like to use a bit more of. Now I'm thinking, see, free as a bird is great, but I'd want to use a different colour on it because I'd want to colour these in. Hey Nick, good afternoon Nick. I don't have Nature's Beauty, Jason, but thank you for the suggestion. I'm just thinking what colours I would use. I love this, but I sort of want to multicolour it every time I use it. But if I did use it, I could do something like that in the blue, and then stamp a sentiment and then put a butterfly, because then I'm just inverting colours, or partially inverting. Bye Miss Leonie, not a problem, thank you for popping in. Yeah, I've used it once, Julie, and because I know my luck at the moment, I am going to grab my Stamparatus. And I'm going to pop this in here. Okay, are we happy with this? Nope. Right. Now, I'm just going for it, guys. Just going for it. I love my Stamper Artist too, Susan. And when I don't use it, like, I will tell you a story if you haven't read my thing. This card has a bit of a happy accident because I stamped directly on the background, and as you can see, I did not stamp well, or I hadn't inked up the ink pad well, or whatever. So then I got my favorite vellum and stamped with the Stamper Artist on the vellum, and to get this detail I did need to stamp it a few times. So where the happy accident comes in, it's slightly off, and I created a shadow of the trunks with the images underneath. So yes, I did very well yesterday, a couple of days ago, saving that card. Okay. Now this is also a distinctive stamp set, so we will get different gradients of Seaside Spray. This stamp set will be the death of me. It just wants to jump on, I swear. Okay, so that flower didn't come out fantabulously, but I will just do a second stamping and just concentrate on there. I'm pretty happy with that. Okay. Now, butterflies. Let's have a little play here and see what we like. So we've got this one, but we also have, because see, this one's sort of fluttering away in that, where this one's sort of, I think this one is sort of coming into land. Small or big? Hi, Miss Jamie. Although we then also have this, oh, I haven't used this one before. And then I could possibly put a little one up somewhere else. I like the sizing of the big one actually. Now, I think I am going to stamp this one in, because I have got colour challenge here, so I really want to try and stick to it. Now, nothing's saying I can't. Oh, well, where do you have to go? Big. Thank you, Miss Nicole. Okay, let's go in yellow, and I can always go in another colour over the top because we're using the Stamper Artist. And if not, it's a made card, and someone will, that turned out amazing. Wow. Just want to try a second stamping just to get, that, so beautiful. Wow. Okay, sentiment time, and then mat this card, and this card's done. Oh, grocery shopping. Ah. Oh, yes. Yes. Have you got your sister staying with you for the moment? Sentiment. It was a perfect day because of you. Birthday wishes. A sweet friendship refreshes the soul. A sweet friendship refreshes the soul. I think just spatially it will work really nicely along here. And from here I can see it is not quite straight. Sorry if my head is in the way, but this is now straight. Oh look, you can see all my grey hair that's going to be fixed next week. Okay, now I'm going to use the petal pink, and because it is such a light colour, I may need to stamp it 2, 3 times, 4 times, who knows, to get the saturation of colour that I am after, but it's all good because we are using the Stamparatus. Although that's pretty good straight up. Thank you, Jamie. I used some of our new masks in the holiday catalogue, and I did some sponging. They were really, really easy to do. Oh, 2 stamping, perfect. So happy with that one. So happy. Okay, pop that to the side. And did we want to do a similar thing? Because I've got all the stamps mounted. So I can do a very, very similar thing with the second card, and I can just change around the colours. I know I should be using my stamp chamois, but it's actually as dry as a board at the moment. So I will just very quickly, shh, don't tell anyone, very quickly tap these off. Dear, should not have done that actually, because now I have little fibres in it. See, I should always listen to myself, shouldn't I? Crap. Okay, I'm just going to put the ink pad in here, and see, dry as a bone, but I do have my spray bottle. I know. That's what I'm going to do, Jamie. Just bear with while I obviously need to fill my water bottle as well. Okay. It's still as dry as a bone, but it has got up some of, yes, we're amazing, Jamie. You should know this. Okay, it has removed those fibres, which is what I wanted. I should just dampen them before I come on live, but I was trying to sort some things out because I had a bit of a to-do list this morning. So I am thinking, even though I changed colours, we still use the same colours because they will end up looking beautiful. Okay. Let's see how this butterfly looks in the yellow. Oh, it still looks gorgeous. Okay. And we're going to use oh, Miss Julie, Ellen, did you send my pretty card yet? I have. I can't tell you when, but I have, because I was checking that pile of cards this morning and your name wasn't in there. Hello, Miss Pamela. Miss Pamela is getting a card put in the post this weekend. It's sitting in the envelope. And I'm sorry, I will start the card giveaways again next week because at the moment, perfect. At the moment, I am literally just getting my stash of samples built up, but I do have my launch party this weekend, and I will show you the cards that we make next over the coming couple of weeks. So those duplicate cards I will definitely send in the mail. Now I sort of went a bit light. I'm not going to re-ink this end, I am just going to re-ink down here. Hello Maureen, thank you for joining. Okay. Perfect. They worked out really, really well. Because these flowers are, no, they're a bit less defined, but that looks great. Okay, 2 card fronts done. Let's pop them on some bases. And that, I will clean this later. So I'll pop the Stamper Artist to the side. Nice when I had that first positioning, it was so easy to stamp the second card. I'm keen to see you, Julie. Okay, I have to show you. Oops, sorry for knocking you girls. This is my box of samples so far. Some of them you have seen, some of them you have not. So there you go. Now, let me close my ink pads because you know, no, vanilla ribbon sitting on top of So Saffron open ink pad. See, this is why. Oh, it's almost midnight, Maureen. Thank you so much for popping on and saying hi. Mind you, I'm generally awake at midnight most nights myself. Achoo! Oh, bless me. At least you all now know why I went quiet. Okay, so I am thinking that I won't use Seaside Spray to mount these in, but I will look at Petal Pink and So Saffron. Let's see. And that one might go with... Thank you. Now, I'm just using this for looking at, or these can go on a white card base as well. They totally could. Okay, I'm not sure about the Petal Pink actually. So Saffron is right here, and don't have a card base. It might be going on Seaside Spray, guys. Just having a look. Ooh. Okay. Grab Seaside Spray too, just because. Oh, look, and I have a card front. I know. I'm going, Jamie. Why is it you're always right? Jamie, why are you always right? Because I really like it on the Seaside Spray. Right, done. But must clean up as I go, because Crafterlanche is imminent at the moment. I know. Gus is a very, very wise man for nabbing you. I know, so do I, but I still had to try them. And these aren't necessarily 3 colours I would have put together, so it was a really good colour challenge that I was given this morning. I was quite chuffed when I got it and went, ooh, I wouldn't have done that. Okay, so I just need to cut my card bases. Even though I've got one here, I need 2. So this one that's already cut, we'll just pop back away for another project. Right. Handy dandy. Right. now. Hello, Miss Janet. Hello, Miss Renee. Thank you for joining. Right, bone folder. I probably should grab back over my Stamparatus, but I will just go old school. Just go old school. Do I ever do top fold? Well, this is a top folding card. You mean, do I ever not do top folding cards? Yes, for my birthday invitations. They are not top folding cards. They're like this, but they're side folding. I know, Jamie. I normally don't cut my cardstock the other way, and I don't know why. I cannot actually answer that. I really, really can't. So these are really simple stamping cards with a touch of sponging. Where's my glue? Here's my glue. Yes, I know. No, I generally do this, and I think because the crafters that I watch tend to do the same thing. So I'm like making more bell sleeves. I'm sort of making what I'm seeing. Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Renee, while you're here, have you sent me your package yet? Because I will need them for next Friday. Can I ask you what the things are called that you store? Okay, courtesy of Miss Jennifer Maguire, they are Avery L job ticket holders, and you can buy them on Amazon. Peeps in Australia, if you buy them on Amazon, please be aware that the postage charges are horrendous, and I would have got some American friends who have Amazon Prime memberships to purchase them for me, and then I got a big box of other goodies sent over with it. Oh, sorry, Avery, not Avery L. So sorry, Jamie, I do it every single time, don't I? Avery job ticket holders, and they have been amazing in my craft space. I did used to use just and they would fit in my setup now. I used to use just 5-drawer plastic drawers, and I kept them in color families. Now mine sit vertically along my shelf. I know. Yep, Vicky, but if you shared the postage costs with someone, it mightn't be so horrendous. And I'm talking like for how many I wanted, I think I was talking like $50+. It was like ouch. So I probably spent that in postage, but I got a box of other stuff as well. So yeah, but I did search and search and search in Australia for the same quality and something that would hold a pack and a half of our cardstock, and couldn't find it. Hello, Miss Lorraine, you're just popping in on the end of my cards. Now, I always put my contact details on the back. You do not need to have pre-stickers. You could just put your name and phone number. I put my business details because it is my business. And then that way when I do send them, because I am very good at sending cards, and I'm sending 3 cards in the mail this weekend. I've written them out this morning. Yes, so that's what I do, try to very much make a card, send a card, because there is no use me having a huge stash of cards here and not doing anything with them. So this is what we have used today. We have used, it has, just be careful when that it doesn't have a huge bodgy piece of baby wipe on it. So I have used the basic pattern masks. I have used So Saffron, Petal Pink and Seaside Spray ink. I've used a Butterfly Wishes stamp set, and of course a Stamparatus. Late lunch, no, that's okay. Once I am finished, you will be able to access the replay and enjoy the rest of your lunch. But yes, it is. I'm about to go and make myself some late lunch as well. So thank you guys for joining me today and letting me show you some sponging in our masks. Hopefully I explained everything well and showed you just how easy it was. Oh, hey Deb, I didn't see you jump in there. Yes, I'd love to see what you guys make with masks and sponging. I just showed you a